The average attention span a few years ago, according to Associated Press, was 12 seconds. It has now gone down to 8 seconds. The average attention span of a goldfish is 9 seconds.
Kevin Kelly, best-selling author and creator of the unique Xceptional Execution methodology. In his interactive keynotes and masterclasses, Kevin speaks about the success principles of sales, motivation, leadership, entrepreneurship, customer service, and how to exceptionalize your business.
88% of the breakthrough companies, the big names, were the result of exceptional execution of an ordinary idea.
This is what Tom Peters, co-author of the international bestseller In Search of Excellence, says about Kevin Kelly's latest work. Now I can retire in peace. Kevin Kelly has written the book I always wanted to write. And he's done it to the point of perfection. Call it Xceptional Execution. Even the all-time best title, Do. Ah, Kevin, what a gift.
These are what I describe as the 4 pillars of exceptional execution. All the guys that I interviewed were very aware, guys and ladies, that's a generic by the way, that I interviewed were very aware of who they were. They were very aware of where they came from, their attitudes and beliefs, their fears and their dreams, their strengths and their weaknesses. And it's interesting that the biggest college in the world, Stanford Business Advisory Committee, said in 2007, the most important attribute a leader should develop is self-awareness. Isn't that amazing? The most left-brained college you could imagine in the world, they have now realized that this is where it's at. Self-awareness feeds into your presence. Your presence is when you either persuade or dissuade in a quarter of a second. You got all that, how it's linking together? Okay. The second thing was about these people and the organizations they started. They had an insatiable desire to learn. They were absolutely loved when they got a new report, a new idea. They were absolutely ongoing learners, without a doubt. Yeah? I would be very much, I think it was the Swedish guy, Ericsson, that came up with the 10,000 hour rule. 3 hours a day for 10 years to become an expert in your field. I don't believe you have to do that, but I believe if you're passionate about what you do, you also want to be the best at what you do every day. That's just part of my philosophy. Okay? And the third thing, which I'm going to dwell a lot about, because there's a lot you can take away straight away. Every one of these guys realized that the most powerful drug in the world with no side effects is what? And you can read off the slide if you need help. Is attention. So they looked at attention, they put it on their whiteboard, and they said, this business is all about delivering quality attention to my customers and my co-workers. Quality attention to my customers and my co-workers, that's what this business is all about. And I had a very interesting conversation with lots of your top team and your middle team and everyone in the organization over the last few weeks. And the bottom line is, I hope I don't disappoint you when I say, but business is all about basics, nothing else. We don't need to go to futurists, because your future depends on your ability to deliver quality attention. That's the bottom line. Final thing is, interestingly enough, I was going to, when I was developing this model, say dreamers, but some people aren't dreamers. All the guys, including the guys that invented the Talking Tom app. Have you ever heard of the Talking Tom app? That's the cat that talks back to you. Who here has heard of Talking Tom? Oh, good. Yeah. Okay, well, they have had 1.2 billion downloads. They are probably the second biggest app behind Angry Birds on the planet at the moment. They are incredibly, incredibly popular. But the interesting thing was they started in Slovenia, very interestingly, 8 of them together, and they didn't know what they were going to do. But they did it anyway. And it was a few months later, they came up with the Talking Tom. So they were doers, not necessarily dreamers.
So is your organization ready to do? If so, book Kevin now for your next conference.